How's it going, Matt? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm just trying to mess with something on my side. Attempting to do like a multi-stream, but I don't know if it's working. I think it's probably a setting on my end. Or just checking it out. What's going on, Ark? Oh, it looks cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm attempting to do a multi-stream between YouTube and Instagram, but for some reason, it doesn't seem to be connecting. Let's see. Just pretty sure I set it up right. I'm gonna check the settings on this side, but yeah. Hey, Ghost Guy, how's it going? Ever had Rax before? What's Rax? Clearly, the answer's no. Looks cool so far. Thanks, nerd. Appreciate you. I'm trying to do a multi-stream, so I'm checking my settings to make sure everything looks good. Let's see. I'll just delete the output settings and the stream key, and then re-put those back in. So let's find out if that'll help. But yeah, no, life's good. Life's good. I'm trying to do a multi-attack for my world building series since I got some practice in with doing it for Art Fight. So yeah, so let's see. Let's check this out. So let's copy this. Let's paste it there. And then let's grab the stream key here. And then paste it there. Let's see. Let's save that and hope it works. Oh, also, this is why we don't breed dragons and the krakens. That and the middle school jokes, no, for sure. Ghost Guy says, Rax restaurant that closed a couple years ago, they had barbecue racks and salads and stuff. That sounds cool. That sounds really dope. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason it won't connect. Unless I just have to hit this go live button and find out and just... But it won't even let me do that because I'm not connected. That's so interesting. Alright. Well, we'll forget Insta for now. We'll have to do a practice at some point with it. But that's all good. We'll just focus here on the YouTube side. Get my glove on. But yeah, hopefully you guys are doing good. What's going on a... What's today? Wednesday? How's it going on a Wednesday? You're gonna do a dinosaur? Yeah. That sounds cool. Oh, you thought I was gonna do a dinosaur? No, 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 no. Not yet. But if it does help, the monster back there is inspired by these three Pokemon. If that helps. I try to mix and match some parts that I liked and put them in there. But yeah. So that's gonna be the beast. I'm trying to make it so that these characters are on a boat and they're all essentially being attacked by this monster. And currently for this chapter of the world building series, we have Ruku, right? We've got Salal in the purple, we've got Graz in red, Nemi in pink, and then Yatal in green, and then we'll have a newly introduced character right there in the blue. So we'll end up having this character not be drawn obviously on stream because I don't want to ruin what the actual character looks like. But yeah, I'm sorry you're feeling sick, Ark. Watching this while you're on the road. Hello, what's up, Ben? Howdy, Mary Sue. How's it going? Gave you a D&D idea. Sweet. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what it is. I got tieflings, I got bird folk, I got orcs, serpent folk. This blue guy's a fishman, and I got an elf, right? So we got it all. But yeah, I was trying to work on a mass attack like what I've done, right? So this kind of started off this mass attack, right, for art fight. Kind of helped me out. Then this one was another mass attack for art fight, just having all these characters involved. So I'm trying to practice more with multi-characters and getting them together, trying to get some things to scale. I gotta tweak some things here and there, but we'll be good. You're like 6 to 7 hours on the road, Van? That's crazy. I remember my drives up to New York were like 11 to 12. They were annoying. But yeah, so I'm going to get rid of some of these guys. Well, actually, don't get rid of some of these guys. I think I still have to scale a couple things. Like Nemi over here in pink is probably not the right size. Might need her just slightly bigger. She's only just slightly in front of Ruku, but Ruku's closest to the camera. So I'm trying to figure this one out. Let's see. Because Ruku's going to be unlocking another new fire attack, as the series has been like showing. You know, he's got like different fires and different colors of the rainbow. And all of these characters are all different colors of the rainbow as well. So we're trying to get some of that pushed across here. But I was working on the sketch before. I was working on it yesterday during my digital art club. Because we had a cool prompt that kind of worked with it. And so I got a little bit of a head start, and then I got to work on it this morning, and so this is kind of where I'm up to. But yeah. Let's see. Ark says these days can't be 6 hours longer on the road because you start... Oh, man, motion sickness. Okay, I got you. Yeah, no fun. No bueno. Alright, let's see. I feel like... And the boat will be interesting. It'll obviously be partially destroyed and whatnot. I thought about throwing a mast in here, but it might just be a little too much. So I'll make it easier on myself because, you know, environmental drawings and stuff like that are not my specialty. But it'll be good. Just gonna delete this, and I think we're good. I'm kind of digging it. I'm gonna start off drawing the monster more than anything first. Get the monster done. Maybe Ruku next, and we'll kind of see. It'll be a short stream today, I think. I feel like it'll be short, or maybe it'll be a typical stream. We'll kind of find out. But yeah, so let's get this started. I am gonna start. I feel like I got to start merging some layers together, though. I got too many layers. That'd be all right. So let's get rid of new guy who I can't name here on stream yet. We'll get rid of Salal, Nemia, Yatal. I might just lower the opacity on that boat a lot more. Get rid of Graz. And then we'll get rid of Ruku so I can just more or less see the monster. The monster's going to be the main one. But yeah, I've been enjoying this like undertaking of trying to do these mass attacks. You're gonna stay silent for a bit. You got to finish your final attack. Sweet, sweet. Ark says weird that I could have stayed 24 hours on the road easily when you were younger. Any ideas why? No, not at all. I usually get motion sickness if I'm not the one driving, or you know, it just also depends on how bumpy the road is, right? Let's see. Let's lower this frame a little bit. Alright, there we go. 3 hours left, let's do it. Alright, let's get this monster Pokemon beast cracking thing out of the way. We're going to be zoomed in here. You saw so many cows. In the South, we got lots of cows and horses and things. It's now normal for me. You see, it's a weird Pokemon beast. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, right? So it's three Pokemon mashed up together. That's how I think I'm going to do the most of these monsters that I end up trying to create. And in actuality, I ended up kind of doing a little teaser in the last episode I did when I mentioned some of the monsters this group was fighting. One of them was a Ponyta or a Rapidash. Can't remember which one I chose. And then I think one of them was like a Gengar or something. But I'd have to play it back to hear the description of them. But they were actual Pokemon that they fought on their journeys back to Brewhaven, back to the university. Let's see, I think this has to go back. Yeah, this goes back. This comes from the side. It's an Ultra Beast. Yeah, I wondered what I should even title. Well, I mean, I have the title for it, for like Trials of the Sea or whatever it's called for Chapter 7, which honestly would have come out tomorrow, but Art Fight took over. So now I gotta figure out if it's offset by like a week or so. But it also means I'll probably have to do like 2 world building episodes back to back so that I can keep up with my for this 1 year challenge, because essentially I have episode 13 on January for the ending, and that's where we started this challenge. So the hope is try to keep on track with that, because I don't want to push it out to February. And then after I do that final episode, I'll take a break from this. Maybe do a second part of the series, expand the world more. Or I'll focus more on like some of those turning things into other things types of videos. Those what if styled videos. But we're gonna find out. I don't know if this is gonna be more like a crystal type of thing. I know it's a horn, but I don't know what if I want it to be anything interesting. Maybe it would be made out of ice or crystal. Not entirely sure. This was like Walking Wakes thing, but yeah. Ark says these days have been designing a lot of hybrid dinosaurs and mammal hybrids. It's pretty cool. Ghost Guy says if you had to explain to a 5-year-old what Art Fight is, what would you say? And to a 5-year-old, I would say it's essentially you draw characters, and people that like your characters will draw them for you. Maybe that makes sense to a 5-year-old. And I know this is like a different stream than usual because of the topic. And if you don't follow the world building series, some of these characters don't make sense, but I just wanted to do this. I wanted to work on it while also streaming while I can before school takes over my life again. I have to go back on the first. But I'm stoked about it though, because I got to build a whole digital art curriculum. Started from scratch. It's gonna be a blast. It's something that I wish I could have had when I was a kid, you know? But yeah. Oh wait, I should probably double check to see where he's facing. I don't know if that looks like he's facing that way. I'm hoping it does. Because that's where Ruku will be standing. And that's Ruku's gonna end up firing some shots at him, so hopefully that's kind of close enough, right? Yeah, Ark, you would have liked that too, right? Yeah, that's what I figured. Not that it existed when I was a kid, but I mean, if I was a kid nowadays, I'd be all about it. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go. Big ol' monster beast. I figured since I already introduced the world to chimeras, and that's like the big, like one of the big bads in the land of monsters is like creating these things. I figured this Pokemon monster could work out just fine. Let's see, does that look... Looks okay-ish. I mean, these things don't line up really nicely, though. But I think that's okay. It needs to not look static. Let's see, how did I make that other one? Did I make it flat? I made it flat. So let's make this side flat. Or rounded flat. You're making a bigger and hairy version of a hippo. Really? Hairy hippos. Gotcha, gotcha. Let's round this. I feel like it's too rigid. Alright, face is looking good. Satisfied there. Now for the trickier pieces, right? I haven't decided what these things are because they came off of Milotic when I added them in, but they seem a little bit more interesting. So you do realistic hybrids, so it takes a long time to make. Yeah, no, for sure. I think that realistic part ought to take forever. There we go. It's gonna be interesting because in this picture, there's certain bits and pieces that'll break the frame, but not everybody breaks out of the frame. Hey, Harian, how's it going? I'm working on like a mass attack here, not for art fight, but just like for my world building series. So I've got like these characters. I'll just shut up the line work real quick, but whoops, those are the grid lines. So I've got these characters just kind of like all over the place, being attacked by like this big beast of a monster. That's essentially just these three Pokemon fused together to make like a colossal water monster attacking these guys on a boat. Or just heroes from my world building series on a boat. Let's see what else I gotta get rid of. These guys right here. Put the lines back on. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the monster. I like fusion art. I like mixing things together. Ideas, concepts. Things like that. Thinking this is going here. There we go. Erase these things. Hey, Galahound, how's it going? This design's killer. Hey, thanks, thanks. What'd you miss? Not much. I got in here a little late. I was trying to mess around with multi-streaming, but that didn't work. But I've got some characters from my world building series in here. So this is like the full look for the most part. The monsters design came from the inspiration of fusing these three Pokemon together. But yeah, this will be for the next world building episode. But I haven't been working on it this month because of Art Fight took over. Hey, have you ever thought about doing your community redraws as live streams rather than episodes? Honestly, I did think about that. I have. I think that'd be kind of cool because then it would be like maybe a single live per person that got selected. It would be a bad idea. What up, Disco? How's it going? You're back. Welcome back. I'm working on a world building series challenge that I've got going on with a few other artists, and these are my characters that are being assaulted by this big old bad monster in the front or in the background. I'm just trying to make sure that they're scaled right, because I've been like really working on all these mass battles between like this mass art fight attack and this art fight attack. Like I just want to kind of move what I've learned from art fight and apply it to my world building series, which normally I release episodes at the end of every month, which means it would have been like tomorrow, but I'm way off because of the entire art fight taking over my life. Salted? That's not legal. Of course not. But these monsters, you never know. Hey, don't mind me talking about myself, but I finished the red section of the color wheel. Hey, let's go! And now moving on to the purple section. Would you like to suggest a character? Yes. For purple, could I put Thanos, or would you think Thanos is more of a blue-ish? I'm thinking skin tone purple. Ghost Guy says, I think you should try an art lock. What's art lock? What do you mean? What are these terms that I do not know? Yeah, Thanos is purple. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah. I would suggest Thanos. And then, Gallahan, are you cool if other people suggest besides me? We can get you some suggestions here. Remember the color wheel challenge? If I remember, I think I attempted to do like single, like giant images when I attempted it. I think, like an all red characters, all blue characters, like posters. But then I stopped. I gave up. Is Meta Knight blue or purple? Good question. I'm looking it up right now. So if you hear some weird sounds, it's me on my phone. Okay, I think more... I don't know, I would assume more purple. Thanos is on the list, let's go. Oh, an art lock is when you play a Nuzlocke and you draw a cartoon for every death. Oh my gosh. Oh, that sounds like fun. I've done Nuzlocks before. But the art lock thing is a cool, like, twist. Although I feel like... Oh, man. Is his name Moxie? I feel like Moxie's done it. Which is funny, because Moxie's the name of one of my characters. Actually, I don't even remember what the pattern was. I think I scribbled in lines without actually thinking about what the pattern was. Let's double check. Let's bring you guys this way. Okay, so the only one I need out of this group is my Lodic. Yeah. I still got to do a stream where I do another anime fusion. That one was always fun. It's been on the list for a while. add another like Poke Hero. Because I think I'm supposed to get 25 done, but I've only got like maybe three. I think three is all I got. Let's see. I think these could be mostly colored. Okay, so this tail would be one of the tails that rips right through the panel. Although I think this should be fixed up. I think this part should be changed. Ghost Guy says if you are to do an art lock, I would play Heart Gold or Soul Silver because it's free with an emulator and is one of the easier games. Yeah, they're good games. No, definitely not Art Fight. No, not an Art Fight. But it is a mass attack in my world building series, which I know you haven't seen, which is fine. I know you're waiting until the end. This doesn't really ruin anything. I'm not ruining story or anything. Although the monster is for this one created by three different Pokemon that I ended up fusing together, which is kind of interesting. And most people might recognize some of the characters if they've watched, and because I drew them based on more or less their colors, except for the blue guy. The blue guy's new. He's gonna be a new introduction to the episode that releases. It was supposed to release tomorrow, Dempsey, but Art Fight took over, and so I did no writing and I did really no drawing, except I did draw the blue character, so I know exactly what he looks like now at least. So that's at least a step in the right direction. So I'll have to wait. I might have to do like two of these world building episodes in a month just because I need to catch up from this episode. You just saw a human version of Meta Knight and it looks so cool. That sounds cool. Let's see. So we got one tail in here. And we got to get the rest of this body in here. There we go. Got a little tail back here. But yeah, how's it going, Demps? Your redraws not even started, though I'm still working on the final Art Fight Revenges. Sweet. Hey, Phoenix Wolf, welcome in. Need to do tones, like tonal corrections, or tones for your for your world building. I gotcha. Alright, says I'm playing Pokemon X ATM on emulator. Find it quite fun. Yeah, you can send it to me. I won't have a chance to look at it just yet. I'll have to take a look at it after stream. But yeah, Pokemon Fusion inspired Monster Boy. There we go. What's the schedule anymore? Hey, are you planning on doing more Pokemon fusions? Please say yes, because I would like to suggest Hydreigon, Guzzlord, and Marowak alone. No, this sounds cool. Those are good suggestions. I'd have to wait to see how the next episode would be. Like I have the outlines, just not all the details of them. Depends on who's being presented or whatever. But I don't mind doing other ones because again, I've mentioned Pokemon in this world without calling them Pokemon. And it all started in the last world building series episode. I just kind of described them because I was like, man, I don't want to draw any other monsters. Let me just describe this Pokemon, say this is what they fought, and then move forward. Should make this one glow like the jelly. Oh, like the jellyfish girl. Yeah, 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 yeah. Absolutely. That one sounds like it would be really cool. Like I could see the tails glowing, for sure. I don't know about this stone thing on his head. I doubt the stone would be glowing. Thoughts on Pal World? I kind of like some of the designs, but a lot of them are really heavily Pokemon quote unquote inspired. I know there's that whole debacle about getting a lawyer and stuff, and I guess it didn't work. The tufts underneath it, possibly. I could see that. I almost thought about so like this guy over here, Walking Wake, has a bunch of fur coming off of him. I almost thought about doing that, but I grabbed the things off of my Lodic, but I'm actually not feeling it, so I might just erase them and just put the hair. But I'm not entirely sure. That's Pokemon with guns, yeah. Need to play it more at some point. Also thought about doing another episode on it. Very cool. Somehow managed to dodge the Nintendo copyright strike. Yeah, somehow. Try to make sense out of that. Can't tell me that Anubis guy isn't Lucario. Yeah, let's get rid of this. I'm not a fan. How's the community redraw coming along? It's not. It's not. Dude, Art Fight's taken over, so I'm like so behind on things right now. I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait on that for sure. Let's see. Like I got my 3 because there was only 3 submissions, so they'll get drawn. I'll just have to figure out when I can draw them. Because I gotta create a new character to go along with the community redraw stuff that I'm doing. Clever thing is Lucario is based on Anubis, so yeah, not for sure. Art Fight took over. It's not even been started yet. Yep, nope, not at all. Even if there's like 2 days left of Art Fight, I'm still deep in the trenches. You keep going, dude. Yeah, what's the redraw prompt? I might submit. Well, technically it was over on the 24th. Um, but in all honesty, like I never even went to the Discord to say that it's over. I know Galahound said he'd submit too, but essentially it's just create a fantasy weapon with an ability. That's all it is, and I'll do something with it. Dempsey's closed his. Yeah, dude, I haven't even. I know I have 3. That's all I know. And I've looked at I've looked at those 3, but I don't remember all of them. You know, I got one in particular that's in my head. I got a lot of work ahead of me. That's her favorite Pokemon. The Darkrai's pretty dope, not gonna lie. I'd probably go Darkrai. That Battle Axe? Yeah, 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 I think it's a Battle Axe, right? Yeah. Darkrai, yep. Yo, how's it going? Now I'm reading your name as it's Lee or Leah. Which one is it? This way I know. And how you might have to phonetically put it down. Lucario is your favorite? Sweet. Bulbasaur is my number one Pokemon. I even have it tattooed on my forearm. Um, he's my boy. Yeah, so you would say Leah, right? I had a student named Leah that spelled hers like that. But then I've also had a student that spelled like that, but her name was Lee. But I'm gonna go with Leah until you correct me for sure. But welcome in. Unless you're my student Leah from before, then that makes my life easier. Currently looking at the Pal World decks, and holy macaroni design looks cool. News looks cool. Alright, let's see. I need to put in these spikes running this way. I don't know why I gave myself the headache of doing all of these spikes. Could have avoided all of it. Haven't seen it since number 104. Wow. I need to check it out. I know you can get on the mobile now, right? Because I think it was just originally Steam. But I saw something like an advertisement or so for Pal World on mobile. Pokemon would never. It's all about the branding. Actually, did I leave it like just flat on this side? I did. I guess I could leave that. I was about to round all this out, but I realized I didn't do it the first time, so don't do it this time. We'll just let it be. Dempsey, what's going to be really interesting is that you're going to be like, oh, I recognize this piece once you actually go into the videos, once they're all said and done, because I know you're waiting for the end of the challenge to do it. So it's going to be like, oh man, I got the inside scoop. I was there when this was drawn. I also managed to see that King finished up his Aaron Fold attack, which is pretty cool. It's the lore you're avoiding. Okay, okay, sweet. Who would win, Giratina or Shiny Rayquaza? Yeah, Ray. I'm Team Ray, even if it's not shiny. For some reason, I remember in the video games you had to do a couple. You had to get a couple Pokemon or something, just to make sure that he could show up at whatever tower it was. Might be misremembering. Rayquaza. I call it Rayquaza. I will mispronounce Pokemon names. He's looking mad. I follow a YouTuber called Godsleep, and so he's been doing a lot of like Pokemon TCG Pocket content on his channel. And of course, he would say Pokemon names one way, and I'd be like, "Well, I call it this way," and then the number of people in chat that'll let him know that he's wrong or, pronounce it a certain way is just crazy. It's one of those, I've never said these names out loud. I just say it in my head. Water Beast. Okay. Do I do fur? I don't even know. Mega Groudon or pink hair dye Godzilla. I feel like Godzilla might have an upper edge, but it's just because I like Godzilla. Yeah, Tyranitar. The latest shiny version. Special edition. We can keep the Dracovish little hand flipper things. Flashfire Luke, what up? You did make a stream. I'm just working on a world building episode, like big battle mass attack, because I've already got like this mass attack from Art Fight. I've got this mass attack from Art Fight, and now I'm like ready to just do it with my own characters to just kind of attack. Hey, Brock, welcome in. Just saw you got in here. Yeah. Pokemon. Yeah. But yeah, just try to mix and match some things to make this water beast fighting my OC characters. Let's see. And then you had like flippers, right? But let's make them better. Let's make them hands, like little claws. Actually, I guess it wouldn't work in this angle, right? Make it like a sharp harpoon-ish type of thing. The breast is also a little thick. Yeah, this is definitely water dragon-ish. Technically, this line would be here, but I know Graz is going to be in the way. So it'll probably overlap that entire area, so I won't even bother. Then we put the other hand on this side. But it's kind of fun. He's got like little baby hands coming off of his face. Not the greatest design choice, guys, but it is what it is. Would it be a legendary Pokemon or an Ultra Beast or whatever they're called? Uh, I would. I guess Ultra Beast would make more sense for if it was this. Yeah, I agree with Arc. Yeah, Ultra Beast. But in this world, it'll just be a Chimera. But we know better. We know a lot better. Finally took a bite out of a cattail. My dream has been fulfilled. Let's go. Aren't you supposed to bite those? As opposed to taking a straw. I think there's like a little bump on my screen protector. There we go. Annoying to spit out. Okay, we got his little arms. We got million tails. I do think I'm going to mess around a little bit with this part of his belly. So I could add like another color in here. Give it another like texture. I had it like spiky before. So I think I might go back to that. The real question is though, would the creature like dad jokes? Absolutely. What creature doesn't like a good dad joke? A Cringosaurus Rex dinosaur would like it. Let's see. It's about 3:44 my time. Let's see. How much time am I doing this for? I said to be short, but I might just take it to about 4:10ish, 4:15. True. Everyone loves dad jokes. Would it like these nuts jokes? Ben, the answer is yes. It would. It probably would. Although, this creature's not going to be able to talk. All he could do is roar. I think I'll just do that in the render. Then we've got Solal just captured up back here. Maybe. What do you call two monkeys sharing an Amazon account? Primates. Oh man, dude. That's. I don't even know what to say about that one. Other than if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new here. Too funny. You know, it would have been a good spot for like the Magic 8 Ball to answer that question. Hmm. Let's see. Because I'm eventually going to merge all my lines together. Which sounds crazy. Excuse me. Let's see. Actually, no, that could stay there. Okay, that'll be another tail. characters just yet. And we got this tail back here. This guy's got a lot going on. For what purpose, I do not know. Let's see, where does this bottom part of the tail go? Near the boat? There we go. Let's see. Random pat. Wait, did I do it as a circle on the other one? Yeah, okay. There's the new guy, whose name I can't give you just yet. Not until that next episode comes out. So I'll just keep calling him that guy or blue guy. But that's the next hero on the list of 7 heroes together, right? So he makes number 6, and then we got one more down, one more left. Disco says, you imagine your characters fighting Pokemon-esque monsters. I imagine them kissing. We are not the same. It's inspired by me thinking of my characters. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have my characters think romantically. Although I guess it's not true, because Tsukisune and my Metal Samurai character, they like each other a lot, so they're probably endgame at some point. I just got to get back to writing that series, but I need my Dimensional Adventures to catch up in the timeline. Do they kiss perchance? They had a moment where they've thought about it, and they wanted to, but they had other things going on because it was all taking place during my S First Chronicles Gods and Champions War, so they never did. And then I ended it with Tsukisune, Metal Samurai, a couple other characters. Going through a portal to another dimension to go find Ceruthocles, which is this guy right here with the green. So, because he has this rift stone adhered to his forehead, and he's able to like traverse through the different multi dimensions, and so yeah. They thought about kissing during a war, yeah. So they are endgame, yeah. For now. You never know. You never know. The multiverse is pretty large. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? There's hope. There's hope. We'll have to follow them again. But yeah, there's a whole series on superheroes and supervillains. It's not bad. They're endgame. You can't do this to me. Yeah, I know where's Disco. In my head, that's what they are. But you know, as you, I don't know if you do this too, but as you write characters, you think about them in certain ways, and you watch them grow, and sometimes plans change. I don't know if that work. I don't know if that happens with you when you're writing characters or making characters, but it happens to me all the time. Like they take a life of their own. Because she's got a lot going on, tapping into powers of darkness and stuff like that. So you never know. It does actually way too common, yeah. That's my thoughts. I don't know. But yeah, again, I like to think of them as being together at the end. His name is Hiro Takamiya, but his alias is Metal Samurai because of his ability to manipulate metals. It's like a Sims game. Yeah, no, for sure. It's like, how do I feel today? Do we need to torture our character? Do we not need to torture our character? How much trauma can we dump on them? Can they survive it? Will they be better off for it? Tune in next time. Let's see. I think I got all of him for the most part. This guy says, I've dumped way too much trauma on my characters. I'm honestly surprised with how much they've endured. Yeah, and you know what? Those are the ones that you like the most, too, because they're the ones that are, like, really, really trying out there. It's like that Jack Kirby quote that I saw from Fantastic Four at the end of the entire thing, where it says like you end up putting a little bit of yourself into each of your characters. So yeah, both a blessing and a curse. They can't die. They're comfort characters. No. Let's make sure they don't. All right, so I've got Monster done, right? I'm gonna go to Ruku next. He seems like the logical choice. All right, let me lower his opacity, and then let me lower the opacity of the other guys. So there they go. And then new guy that you guys don't know about until after I release that episode. So there we go. All right, cool. And then let me bring this sub view in here so that I could be looking at it as I go. Can you sing Brandy by Looking Glass? I can't because I don't even know what that song is. Let's see, lower the monster's opacity or the line art will mess you up. No, yeah, I definitely will. Or the other thing that I like to do is I will line someone else in a different color and then I'll change it to black after. There we go. always change up the back of his hair. I haven't decided how I like his hair yet. Like, from like, the back side. Because his hair's, like, very strange. It's got, like, a bunch of these cool curves, but, like, all over the place. Looking cool so far? Thank you. Appreciate it. Have I watched K-pop Demon Hunters? Yes. Love it. Let's see. His cape's all tattered up in this one. Things happened to Riku before this. Let's see, Desi says, yes, I watched it. I'm thinking doing K-pop Demon Hunters art at some point. Yeah, definitely. Especially in your style, I think it'll look great. Right now the hair is looking like it's all being pushed forward to the side, and there's nothing in the back. Also, yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. Yep, pretty much. His hair is, like, really strange. It's something that I could fix with, like, some of the rendering. Mad scientist there? Yeah. Don't ask me why. Because I think originally I just drew him, like, forward. And it was like, I never thought about it. That I'd have to ever draw him from behind. But I drew him from behind once before this. And I don't think it was all that accurate either. I haven't decided how much of his hand's really going to show versus when he shoots out his fire magic. But I'm trying to make them all drastically different from each other, but we'll see. He's a Super Saiyan. Hair like a cone around him? I don't know. Like, I probably have to think about it at some point. Like, hey, when I make a character, I should probably do a whole thing on just drawing them in different angles before I settle. Presses it, presses it up instead of down every morning. I think it's more off to the sides than anything else. Let's see. Trying to figure out how this would work. My assumption is most of his face is already covered. That's not too bad. Hey, Ben, welcome in. Big Bad Beetleborgs? That's so old school. I haven't heard that in forever. Big Bad Beetleborgs. Just gotta wait for night to revenge you. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this hand. I don't know if it's going to be a fist or not. 'Cause I don't know what this attack's going to look like. Like, I have an idea, but I don't want to ruin it for the episode. But yeah. Maybe just generic fist. Because I don't know if the glow is gonna take over the whole thing or not. Well, I think I gotta shrink this down. Because it's getting further away. Okay, I think he's looking alright. The most pain I have with drawing him is this is this like little runes that he has, because they're a pain in the butt. I don't know why I decided to do this. Like the straps aren't that bad, but like once you get into like the actual like symbols and stuff, it becomes a pain. I think I'm just gonna avoid the symbols when I do it. But there's a part in this series where their clothes changes. Hasn't happened yet, but I think it's after this chapter, if I remember correctly. Symbols on characters are only ever really fun in 3D. I don't do 3D. Don't listen to me. They're only ever fun in 3D. Love it. Let's see. Said to ignore it, but I'm gonna end up putting it in here because it's gonna bother me if I don't. That's like the worst part. changing some of them around slightly, but I'm gonna get rid of these runestones by the next chapter, for sure. I'll write an excuse for it. But yeah. Alright, so we've got Ruku. Oh wait, we forgot to... Or I forgot to. To do this. Oh wait. I think it's these guys. That's what it is. It's racing the wrong lines. I've done this like 1,000 times. And then should be this one. Just so you know, I'm watching this at 10 p.m. Well, hey, I appreciate you. Got a fan all the way in the Czech Republic. Well, hey, cool, sweet. Appreciate that. There you go. I think Ruku's looking good with his stylish hair. Because it's supposed to, like, more or less sit above him, I'm sure. Like, I mean, but, you know, whatever. Let's see. I do need Salal. He's my next guy. Merge these lines together. When I went to create this monster, I was like, well, I need to find a way to kind of make them all interact in some way, shape, or form. And I couldn't figure out how to do it, so then the tentacle idea came to mind, and I was like, oh, perfect. Some of them are going to be captured. And then some of them went to most of them. Let's turn them this way. Because I want at least the last chapter of this, when it's all said and done, when they're versing the big bad from the Land of Monsters, that one will have to have everyone in some sort of action pose. I don't want it to all be like too staticky. Like here, I think I've only got like 2 characters in an action, while the rest of them are just like captured. It's all baby steps. Hey, Thunder, how's it going? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Working on like a massive attack, using characters from my world building series. So I've got Salal, just in danger over here in the purplish color. Got Ruku, in this orangey brownish color with his fist up, ready to unleash a new fire attack. We've got Graz in red, also captured by a tail, Nemi in pink, Yatal in green, and then a new character, a new hero being introduced for the next episode in blue, but I can't tell you his name. I've got the name down. I've got the art piece for him down, but I can't draw him here just because it would beat the purpose of having that other episode. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing great. I'll honestly probably be ending stream soon. I might give it another moment. I might just draw Graz, and then kind of call it from there. But yeah, we almost got all the line work done. But yeah, it's fine. Graz. Oop. Let that thing do its recovery. There you go. And then all of this is obviously inspired by like the mass attacks I've been doing on Art Fight. So we've got this one, and then we had this one over here. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing good, Thunder. Let's not save that one. There we go. But yeah, let's do Graz. And then all these were like on Art Fight too, like all these like world building guys. But next year I'll have them all up there, so it'll be kind of cool. See, I've only drawn him from behind once. Let's see. Bald guy. That would be that. Let's see. You'd have piercings this way. I probably could have just done this with the symmetry ruler. He's a very symmetrical guy. You know what? Maybe I do that. Let's do that instead. Let's do this with the symmetry. Because I kind of didn't make like a good sketch for him. I just kind of just put in like a placeholder. I think I would see part of his beard over here. So I'm just gonna do it like that. Then we can make him a bit bigger. Actually, no, I can't make him bigger. I forgot. From where he's located, he shouldn't be too big. I think I have to shrink him. Yeah, we gotta shrink him. But yeah. Graz is probably all upset in this scene because he's such a big battler, like a battle junkie. And this probably annoys him that he got caught. Got says, so out of the designs you've done on your channel, which one do you enjoy drawing the most? Dragons, fusion. Oh, you mean like topics? I enjoy superheroes. I enjoy superhero pieces the most. Okay. So let's see what he looks like. He is Brawlicky. Oh, we gotta turn him. Let's do it this way. Erase these. Erase this going through his head. Oops. Alright, we are approaching the very end of this stream right here because I gotta pick up my wife and run some errands. But let's see. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything on this guy just yet. Don't think I did. Oh, Graz. Yeah, Graz is definitely the ogre, or sorry, the orc that took out your boy. Yeah, he's a battle junkie. It's what he does. You can't hold it against him. He sees a strong opponent, he's gonna go at him. Just want to get this tail kind of looking like it's wrapped. It's just probably easier just to dump this black in here. I think the worst part's going to be when I have to put in his tattoo. There we go. Alright. Let's shove this guy back to where I had it. Alright, peeps. I think that's it for me. I think, so what do we get? We got our Pokemon monster out of the way. We've got Salal, Ruku, Graz out of the way. So there's only 3 heroes left to do, and then a boat. That's going to be annoying. But we'll definitely get there. Let's see. Did I miss anything before the end of this? Let's see. Nerds just obliterate us all? No, he didn't. Did he really? With all? No way. Just submitted what is likely my final attack on me. Actually, oh snap! It's an unofficial revenge, or maybe it's an unofficial official revenge. Who knows? That's awesome. I can't wait to check that out. I'm definitely gonna check that out after I pick up the wife and so awesome. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, so I'm gonna end it here, guys. I appreciate you guys spending your Wednesday with me. Yeah, so I'll see you on the next one, guys. As always, I'm Drug with Mr. S, and I'll see you on the next video. You guys take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Bye-bye.